Halloween is one of my very favorite holidays because there are so many fun activities you can do with kids. So every year I like to throw a party, and I'm going to share some of my favorite ideas from parties I've thrown over the years. A lot of the things I do actually are very, very simple, and you don't even need to visit the Halloween store. A lot of the things I make are Halloween themed, but they're things that I just have in my house every day. So I'm going to start with invitations because inviting someone to a party is kind of what kicks the whole thing off. So there's actually some really simple and cute ideas for invitations right here. This is simply a piece of cardstock with an invite with all the logistics on a piece of just white printer paper, and I've glued that on top of there. And then I've created this other black cardstock and wrapped it with gauze and put some eyes on it to make it like a little mummy. So this is something, especially if you're having like a neighborhood party, that you could just hand deliver to all of the families that are invited to your party. And then this invitation, again, is really simple. It's just some cardstock with all the details, and I've punched holes in this top cardstock and tied some black ribbon through there and then put eyes on to make it look like a bat. Okay, so when your guests arrive, of course, you want to have your house all decked out and decorated. And again, there's a lot of things that you can use from around the house to decorate. So here is one of my favorite ideas. I've just taken black garbage bags and cut them into strips and then hung them over the window for kind of a spooky effect. For my table coverings, what I like to do is just go to my fabric bin and pick out fabric that is orange and black and just kind of layer it around. So I didn't need a specific tablecloth here. I just basically used leftover fabric to create kind of a festive table covering. Then also on my table, I've put just this mini hay bale. You can also use fabric to cover a lamp or drape on top of a window. I've just attached this fabric using some of that sticky adhesive that peels right off. So once the party's done, I can just put that away. And then I like to use paper chains. These do happen to be a Halloween themed paper chain, but just using orange, black, purple construction paper is lots of fun. Sometimes I think it's fun to write fortunes on the inside of the construction paper and let each guest tear it off, and then they can read their spooky fortune. Planning the menu is one of my very favorite parts of the party, and I like to offer a variety of fun foods, but also try to sneak in some healthy stuff, because especially if you host the party right before trick-or-treating, it's important to give the kids some kind of balance because they might be eating some candy later. So this pizza is actually not made by me. I simply called by my local pizza place, and they made this pumpkin-shaped pizza. But if you wanted to do it at home, simply getting a pizza crust and then creating a stem at the top, and then using your pepperonis to make the face of the jack-o'-lantern is really simple, and kids really like it. And then I've made this veggie tray here into the shape of a skeleton. Again, it's just simply cut vegetables, and I actually found this on the internet, so you can basically pull up the image and have it right by you while you lay out your veggie skeleton, but it's really a fun thing. Kids like to see that as well. We've made these mummy dogs using hot dogs and then crescent rolls that we've cut into strips. You can also put cheese under there if you want to. And then one of my favorite ideas are these ghost bananas. They're simply bananas cut in half, standing on a plate, and then we've put chocolate chips, or you could use carob chips, into the bananas. These jack-o'-lantern oranges are also one of my favorites because it's such a simple thing. I took a plain container of oranges and then just drew a face onto the top of it to make it look like a pumpkin. All very easy ideas, but also they're a little bit healthy too, so that's good. Not that it has to be all healthy, because it should be about fun. Moving on, let's talk treats, because that is part of Halloween. It is, after all, trick-or-treating day. So I've made some kind of fun treats here. This is like a little party favor, so I've taken orange Tic Tacs and made this label that says jack-o'-lantern seeds and just put it onto the Tic Tacs. So that is easy. You can see here it started, and then just a little bit of black paper, and fairly inexpensive too. And I mean, it's a really great little parting gift, especially if you have the party not actually on Halloween. Kids can take something to go. These treat bags look like witch's brooms and are very easy. It's 2 brown paper lunch bags, and I cut the top off. One I left plain, and then the other I cut strips into, put the treats inside, and then inserted this little stick that I found in my yard and tied it closed. I also love these treat bags, which I took Halloween stickers and put on a basic brown paper bag again, and then found photos of my guests and put a photo on there so everybody gets their own custom treat bag. And then finally, these little witch's hands are obviously just a glove, and I put Smarties in the fingertips and then candy in the rest. This can also be done with popcorn and candy corn. So you could put candy corn into each of the fingers at the end and then put popcorn in it and send that home with people. Actually, at a lot of the parties I throw, I like to have a photo opportunity because it's a great way to capture memories. It also is a great way to loosen people up. People like to have their different photos taken together. And so I created this very simple backdrop, and I just used canvas that's on a roll. You can get that at your craft store. And used some paint to paint a simple design on there, and then put out a variety of props that people can use to have their pictures taken with. Another fun idea is to create a treat bag. So this treat bag I created using some black felt and some spray adhesive, and I just cut a simple silhouette and then also used spray adhesive or adhesive letters. These are basically sticky felt letters on the back to personalize the treat bag. So you could do this ahead of time for your guests, or you could have them actually make a treat bag at the party, which is another fun idea. A fun and simple cookie to serve at your party are these ghost cookies. It's simply a Nutter Butter peanut butter cookie because of this great shape that looks like a ghost, dipped in white chocolate that you've melted down. A lot of that can just be microwaved, so it's really simple to do. So you dip them in there and then use black gel frosting to make a scary face. Hi, you guys! Who wants some pizza?
And then crazy rock. Can someone pass me one of those? I need a royal picture.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh.
The hand. No, what's wrong?
That's what he said he hoped she would pick up.
Oh my
And
God.
it's exactly where I said I hope she'd chew too.
Oh my God.
The severed hand.
Oh my God. No way. I can't even make that up.